Guys, look how big this is. It's so heavy. Like the more I'm adding to it, the more I'm modulating it, if you will, the more dope it's starting to look. I'm taking this into the mountains soon. We're making it's going on tour. It makes run and gun just a little more difficult. Just a tad. Real quick before we get into things today, do you guys want to see like a rundown, a breakdown of like what these are and why people use them and my thoughts on it so far? Owning a Red just could be a fun video. Think about it. Mull it over. What's up, everybody? Peter McKinnon here. Welcome back to yet another 2-Minute Tuesday. So great to have you here and see all of your smiling faces. And today we are diving into some pro video tips, something that's going to help you save a ton of time. One of those things where you're going to think to yourself, oh, how did I not know this? Why am I not using it? Need to use it now. Some of you might already be using it, which is amazing, but we just started using it specifically with this project that we have, the documentary, logging hours and hours and hours of footage. So let's throw 2 minutes on the clock and get started. So let's say you're shooting an event, maybe it's a wedding, maybe it's a destination wedding, maybe it's a corporate event over several days and you have thousands of clips. Like right now we have 2,000 plus clips, over 7 hours of footage for this documentary, and that is a lot of things to keep track of. So how do we remember key conversations? How do we remember things that happened months and months ago now that we're editing this project, or maybe in 6 months we start editing, and how do we make sure those things don't slip away? Well, that would be using markers and actually logging the footage properly. So check this out. Let's jump into the computer real quick. So you can see as we scroll down here, we have a ton of clips, about 2,000 files, 6+ hours of footage. There is a lot to go over, and it's organized in bins and folders, but it's overwhelming. You can't just click on those things individually hoping that you're gonna strike gold and land on the exact clip that you need. And it'll work, but you'll be here for hours and hours and hours. Time is money. There's a better way to do that. All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do to make this easier for you is organize your footage into different sequences. So it's not just one sequence and all your footage and everything that's happening is smashed onto one timeline. You're gonna wanna have that over multiple sequences so it's neat, tidy, and easy to find. For example, if I want the scene of David in the garage playing guitar, I can just go down, find that sequence, and then that whole little section that we've built out on the timeline is right there. So that's the bare bones basic organization that you need to be doing. Now to step it up, to ramp it up, you'll notice, take a look at this timeline right here. See all those markers up top? You might be thinking to yourself, Pete, what are those? And well, I'd be just happy to tell you. This is just every OCD person's dream. So when you add a marker like so, you can go up to the project panel, click on markers, and all of them are going to be listed down the side, all the markers that you've made. Now you can even log keywords, you can log sentences, you can log notes into these markers. So we've organized all these clips by conversation. Now it's all manually added, but when we go to edit, if we want to find a clip where someone's talking about something very specific, we can literally search for that clip, like we're searching on Finder or in Google, and type in whatever it is that we're looking for, and those clips with those keywords or those conversations will pop up automatically. So it's a super fast way to search through all your thousands of clips, or just browse through your markers and try to remember what were those points, what were those moments that you didn't want to forget that you otherwise may have, being that you're editing this further down the road. Now clicking on that marker will highlight it on your timeline so the playhead just jumps right to where you need to be. Now every person that loves OCD loves to color code, so you can go ahead and of course color code these markers however you'd like, be it that maybe all the green ones are B-roll, all the yellow are interviews, and all the red stuff is just miscellaneous footage that you're gonna compile together for cutaways. On top of that, for example, you can assign a color to just a person. So right now we have Tom set to teal. So if I just click on the color code for teal, everything to do with Tom, all those clips specifically are just gonna show up, nothing else. So super fast, if you wanna add a marker, you find the spot on the timeline where you want to add one. If you're using a Mac in Premiere Pro, you're going to hit M, that's going to add a marker. When you go to your project panel, you click on markers, you'll see it there, it's been added at the bottom. Now inside that box, you can add your notes, you can type whatever you want, you can add keywords, the conversation, you can write the whole conversation out if you'd like to. It's whatever you want it to be, that's where that is done in the project panel. Now, if you want to take that a little bit further, Option Click will actually split the marker so you can change the duration of that marker. Now you can drag it to however long you want. Double click on that marker in the project panel. That's going to bring up some extra options. We can change it to teal because that's how we're organizing everything for Tom in this project. Hit OK and you are done. So that is essentially how you're going to go above and beyond in organizing your clips. Now, would I do this for a vlog? Probably not. If I was gonna work on a vlog for several weeks because it was maybe based off of a trip that we took that happened over a couple days, and I really wanted to log all of those clips to make sure I didn't miss anything, then yeah, I guess it depends on the importance of the project to you. But utilizing markers and utilizing the color code system and actually going in to log all of those things in depth, that's what makes the difference. So I hope you enjoyed that tip. Try it out. If you have a project, if you're working on a wedding, if you're doing something that has lots of footage, you are going to love this feature, specifically if it's an edit that you're coming back to over several days. That's it for me, guys. I hope you liked this video. Definitely blew past the timer. I had every intention to make it 2 minutes. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I mean, I am because it's supposed to be, but I'm not because the extra. So there's like a group of people that are like 2 minutes, and then when you go over, they're like, why did you go? I don't understand why it's 2 minutes. It's what's it called? And the people who've been here for the beginning, notification squad, they're like, oh, bro, come on, 2 minutes is never 2 minutes. 2 Minute Tuesday is just like it's Tuesday, and if you know because you're here, you're part of the group, right? But if you're not part of the group, then you're like, this makes no sense. Why is there a timer? He's blowing, and then there's people are going, it's 2 Minute Tuesday. Just rename it. See you guys later. Of course the dude starts cutting his lawn the second I start recording this. One day, dude, I'm just gonna... Doesn't even have anything to mow. It's full dead. It's like a khaki pant. The whole thing just looks terrible. What are you even cutting? What are you cutting? It's dead, bro. Just looking around, nothing's flying up, nothing's happening. It just feels good. Maybe it's just like a therapeutic thing. I don't know. Cuts dead grass. This guy. Get wrecked.